This macro-friendly bacon cheeseburger bomb was inspired by fire food and family and will have you feeling full enough you'll be singing that your gut.
It's full of dirty old cheeseburger.
Hold on for a second.
Start with a cutting board and some center cut bacon, cutting that into small little pieces before moving on to a fresh cutting board. Grab one jalapeno pepper and onion. Dude, I said one. Why are two there, KB?
What do you mean, boss? We really like our onions, I thought.
You trying to tell me you didn't do that to make them look a little bit like something else there, Ace?
What, me? No, I wouldn't. Yes, I did that. Deal with it.
Well, that was a little aggressive, but move on to your pepper and cut off the tip. Both tips, that is. Dice up your pepper, then grab your onion and give it the exact same treatment before moving on to a frying pan and frying up the bacon first and foremost. Once the bacon gets close to done, throw it into another bowl and then throw in your veggie to let it saute in that bacon fat for a couple minutes. Then grab your lean ground beef, throw that in and let that sear up for about 2 minutes on one side before flipping it over. Season your meat however you'd like, but I use salt, garlic powder, pepper, paprika, and onion powder. Stir everything together until your meat finishes cooking, then add in your bacon, your barbecue sauce, your mustard, and your Worcestershire sauce, then set it off to the side until we're ready for that meat. Then grab your fat-free cheese, throw it in a strainer and rinse it off because fat-free cheese will not melt if you do not rinse it. I know it's weird. Finally, get your macro-friendly dough ready with flour, Greek yogurt, mixing it together until it's crumbly. Form a dough ball with your hands and then throw it on a parchment paper that's been sprayed with cooking spray. Roll that ball into as thin of a sheet as humanly possible, working the outside edges of it with your hands so everything stays nice and tight so it's ready for you to stuff it with your meat.
Bro, you know you really gotta work on your phrasing, right?
Bro, you know that's half our shtick, right?
Okay, you got me there. Carry on.
Divide your bacon burger meat between all 4 pastries, pressing it tight with a spoon, and then use a slice of Velveeta cheese to cover that meat to keep everything nice and tight. Then very carefully close off your bombs by taking the 4 corners of the dough, bringing them to the middle, and pressing on all the creases to seal everything up. Hit all your bombs with an egg wash, cover them with your fat-free cheese, transfer them to a sprayed baking sheet, and then bake them at 425 for 12 minutes, and enjoy.